Disney Plus wants to know, are you ready? For Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts, The New Avengers, now streaming on Disney Plus.
Let's do this.
One of the best Marvel movies of all time is now streaming on Disney Plus.
Hey, you weren't listening to me.
I said Thunderbolts, The New Avengers is now streaming on Disney Plus.
Meet the New Avengers.
That's a cool name.
Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts, The New Avengers, rated PG-13, now streaming on, you guessed it, Disney Plus.
It's Deprogram, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. That's right, we've done all the work. All you have to do is push play. My name is Justin, and you can call me Band Curious because I am curious about bands. And sometimes my friends come to me and say they want to talk about these bands, so we collect them up and we get together and talk about it, and the result of it will be a top 10 starter kit list for you to get into said band. And I'm not going to get too clever here because the Phoenix Suns basketball used to be shoot in 7 seconds or less. And the name of the band today is 7 Seconds. No need to get clever. 7 Seconds is the band. And I think, John, again, we talked about this last night. We're really just kind of chugging through a lot of those bands you threw on early, I think. I think this is one of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Another one that I put up on the board a long time ago and just been kind of in limbo, just kind of waiting for someone to jump on it, and Gavin did, which is awesome. But yeah, 7 Seconds is another one of those like early hardcore bands that like not a lot of people know about because they were like from Reno, Nevada, which is not exactly like a hotbed of underground musical culture, but they kind of made it one. Like they were one of the first like positive bands, like we talked about with Latterman, when we recorded that last night. Like Latterman is a direct like that attitude, that style of music goes back to 7 Seconds. Like there's a direct line there. And like they were, contemporaries with, Minor Threat and all those DC bands. Like they were friends, some of the stuff that was going on in California. And I think their stuff, it holds up in a way that not everything from that era does, because of the attitude and the sentiment behind it. And like the leader, Kevin Seconds, like one of the coolest people in hardcore probably. And they kind of were victims of that 80s thing that we talked about sometimes, where like with Dag Nasty, I think was the one where like they kind of fell into a little bit of that, like, oh, we might want to be U2. And didn't really work out, but then they came back in the 90s and got a little bit more of the due that they deserved. We covered that record, Good to Go, and they've just kind of been around ever since. Like they're just an institution now, and they're still so much fun. Some of the songs are fun to scream along with, and yeah, but this is another one that I put up on the board and like, oh, someday that's going to be really fun to talk about, and I'm glad we're getting to do it.
And I feel like, Gavin, I don't know if this was like you were perusing the list and you saw it, or if this was, you did an episode with John and said, yeah, I'd be up for doing that. So you had told us in the chat that you and a friend had gotten the record and were like fired up about it. So talk to me about 7 Seconds.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I love doing the episode with John. So that was one of the main factors, I think. And thanks for having me back on. Yeah, I was at a like a high school reunion party kind of thing with all the weird like kids that I grew up with the other night in the 80s. And I had a friend named Quinn. I have a friend named Quinn who got me into hardcore when we were in like 8th grade. And 7 Seconds was a band that we really latched onto. And the crew, 7 Seconds is built for kids. When you're idealistic, the world is in front of you. You're just starting to understand like the problems that the adults have gotten the world into, and your heart is sort of burning. You're having like your first like crushes, and you start to care about things, or you need someone to teach you how to care about things that are bigger than you. Like it's not just about you. Um, he had
And the whole study has a song. It's like all the something about like, oh, I learned from the early 7 seconds. Like that's that's definitely part of it. That they taught a lot of people how to behave and how the world works.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And kids need to know how to behave, especially kids that sort of gravitate toward outsider culture, for one reason or another. They've probably got some stuff going on. He had Maximum Rock and Roll magazines or fanzines, and I would just pour over those, and he would like show me like, here's the scene report, here's the information, this is really serious. It was like we were like in school, you know what I mean? Like I was studying it. He had this really beautiful book. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's old. It's called California Hardcore, and it has like all these amazing photos, and it's a big like oversized paperback book, and
Okay.
that was really great to read. Uh, and he was playing me like the Dead Kennedys and Code of Honor, and we just really loved the crew. He had a Maximum Rock and Roll comp called Not So Quiet on the Western Front, which is, in my opinion, maybe the
Oh yeah.
greatest hard comp of all time. And 7 seconds of a song on there called Fuck Your America, which is like maybe the best hardcore song ever written. It's fucking so great. Um, and and then I heard like the Skins, Brains, Guts 7-inch, their first 7-inch, which is just incredible front to back. I mean, it's got a bunch of songs on it, even though it's a little 7-inch. And I think Thurston Moore put together a band with some other famous, like a kind of a super group, and they just covered that record, that 7-inch, like straight through. I can't remember. I didn't have time to look it up. I can't remember the details of that, but yeah. And then I liked Walk Together when it came out, and I liked Change in My Head because it hit at the right time for me. And I always thought of that more as like, I hear the U2 stuff. It reminds me more of the Alarm, even like the early Alarm, because it's so earnest and like so on the nose. It's a little bit. It can be a little bit like when you grow up more and you understand like more of the complexities of things and the nuances and stuff. It can be a little bit like reductive, but that's okay. Their whole You hear motifs, and we'll hit on those, right? They have motifs, 7 seconds, that keep appearing. And one of the things that they're always hitting on is like, don't let your heart grow old and die. Like, stay young, keep that fire, stay earnest, keep your passion burning. And they give you like a roadmap on how to do that. And yeah, I just think they're fucking great. I mean, I think we'll run into a little bit of like the generation gap again, which always happens for me on these shows, where, like, I can definitely see how Good to Go was so on time, and that crazy bass, like Steve Youth, like, just fucking grows. His bass playing just gets insane, where he's doing like those crazy Matt Freeman like walks up and down the bass and stuff. And like, I like it, all that stuff. But like, I guess I'm going into the next question already, Justin. But the fucking crew is like where it's at. Like, that's the sound of hardcore to me.
Yeah. So, surprise, surprise, yet another band I was not familiar with, upon pushing play. 7 seconds, also very aptly named. Like, these guys do not waste time. They're quick to the point. Yeah, like they're quick to the point. I think our whole playlist is like under 2 hours and it's 60 something songs. So it's not like they're not giving you anything. They're giving you everything, and they're doing it like just precisely. And it was a blast. I accidentally blew through the entire playlist. John and I were supposed to record something, I think last Friday or something. And he goes, what if we did 7 seconds? I was like, oh, cool. And he puts the playlist up. I was like, I'll play a video game and push play, and I'll listen to this 7 second stuff and see how fast I can go through it. Next thing I knew, it was over. I was like, oh, okay. Well, there's that. It's such a breeze to listen to and fun. And, I'll get into some more specifics on this next round, but I already mentioned, John, it's easy to listen to. It's less than 2 hours, but when you're putting together 20 songs for that, does that make it easier or harder?
It's a little hard. It's like Gavin talked about how, the crew is the record, and like Walk Together, Rock Together was that for me. Like when I heard that record, it was like, oh man, like this is something that's gonna stick with, like, that's one of my favorite records. I think when we did Kid Dynamite, I talked about, like, the greatest melodic hardcore records of all time, and Walk Together, Rock Together is in that echelon for me. So like I was familiar with the discography, so I probably had, again, 8 or 9 that I was like, automatic, these are going to be in, and like matter of going back into New Wind, getting into Good to Go, figuring out like what from there can stand up with the two like pillars of the early years. But all in all, like, not that difficult. Like maybe just a couple of tough cuts, but I think I pretty much got everything I wanted.
You already kind of alluded to your struggle here, Gavin. So like, what was your list putting together? Did you just kind of stick to what's up front?
Yeah, I think it wasn't hard. I could have taken the whole Crew album. Walk Together, what didn't hold up as much as I remember. Like, I have that record. I loved it as a kid. And the Crew just still like really holds up. I really liked listening to New Wind again. I really liked Good to Go. Yeah, I think that I don't know, like some stuff stood out for me and some stuff didn't, and I don't always, I'm not really gonna have a reason for that,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of a toss up. I think I hit 20 exactly on my first pass.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That's always the clue. You don't want to work too hard on this. And here's what I'll say, because I get the feeling as we go into the next layer, the thing that is so beautiful and wonderful about this band, I feel like is going to be the thing that bites us in the ass in putting the list together as far as, unanimous, is there would be times where I'd be listening to a song and then I'd go to add it to my list and I'd look at the list and I'd be on the next song. And, so by the time I know, so like, it's awesome because it fucking rips, but also like it was really hard to differentiate what's what. And you guys could have song 1 where I'm going to end up having song 2 just because when I put it on my list or when I notice.
Totally agree. Yeah.
Right. Like, and I know it's a cop out to say no wrong answers. I don't think there's very many. I also want to point out that I'm with you guys as far as where it's at is those first 2, The Crew and Walk Together, are like where it's at. I really enjoyed the other 2, and I did it did like in an accidental way like even out my list. But when it comes to like what I was like really into, it was definitely The Crew and Walk Together. Like I was really into those records, and then I was just able to find enough to include like an even amount of stuff from the last 2. So
there's one song that's very different that I'm going to be curious to see if anyone has.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, we each get 20, so it's possible. And I feel like gameplay could be a little muddled here, John. I mean, again, we talk about the math a lot lately. There's only 3 of us this go, but it's 60 songs, so it still could feasibly 2020. What do you think we're going to do for the final say?
I mean, it's 7 seconds. So I still got to be positive. I'm going to go 8.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. What do you think, Gavin?
That's funny. Yeah, I mean, that's good to hear John do that. Well, you would think there's only 3 of us, and there was only 60 songs, so that means you get to take 1 out of every 3 songs. This is normally, I mean, I'd be shooting for the moon. But I think that what you said is right, Justin, where there's a lot of like, did you take song A or song B? Like it's a toss up, you know what I mean? And so I'm going to be uncharacteristically conservative and say that I think if we get 3, I think I'm going to be stoked.
Oh, okay. I like that. I think I'm going to Price is Right you though. If we've got all that space between 8 and 3, you know what? It's there. Instead of Price is Righting you, I'm gonna take right down the middle. I'm gonna go with 5 because then we can walk through the last 5. I think that's possible. I mean to be truthful, the music's good enough. John's 8, we could obliterate John's 8. I feel like it's just gonna be, you know. If you picked 45, the 45-second song or the 56-second song that were back to back, you know. So, all right, we're gonna take a quick pause, and on the other side of it, we are gonna play the game. Jackets to Programmed. And with that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. The 3 of us have come through the 7 seconds discography and plucked out 20 songs that we're now going to match together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you, in case you are like me and have never given 7 seconds the time of day. And I did it last night. I'm doing it again tonight or today. There's no way I'm not starting at the start. Like anybody who knows me knows exactly where I'm going. And yeah, I'm going there. Here's your warning.
Yeah.
There's 1. Yep.
Yeah. I didn't get a ton of answers for this band, which, you know, isn't all that shocking, but that was one of them. And I mean, you know, rightfully so. I don't want to say sophisticated, but like it's right on time. It's exactly what you're hoping for, and they don't stray from that. It's great. You know, way to set a tempo, boys. All right. Let me get back to this. And 1 down. John?
Well, I'm going to keep the track 1 trend going. And this song makes me want to run through a wall. Regress No Way.
Yes, sir.
I didn't take it, but I love the title and I love the lyrics. It's a great song.
The drums on that one, man.
Yeah, we'll take it 2.
Crazy.
Though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it 2 there. Gavin.
I'm going to go to the last one. I'm going to take something fun and fast off Good to Go, just so I don't think anybody will have it, but I took 4141 Done.
I got it.
No.
We'll take it 2 there. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Well, John already took my 1. I guess maybe I'll go to my what's listed as my 2, and it's also a part 2. How about This Is the Angry Part 2?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. 2. That's one of the other answers I got. I think there may be 1 or 2 more. All right, John?
Okay, so when we did Botch, we talked about their covers and how their covers were just too good to like leave off. They like were inextricable from the band, and some bands can do that. They can take a cover song and like make it their own, and you almost like forget that it's a cover song. And 7 Seconds has one that's like, you wouldn't think it would make sense, but it's a song about like being in a war-torn place and like there's a little bit of darkness to it. And their version is just so good that I had to include it. 99 Red Balloons.
I don't have it.
Dude, I love that song. And I love the original song too in both languages. And I love the words. I didn't take it. I didn't just because it was a cover and I wasn't sure that you guys were going to do it, you know? But like, I would not fight for that to be on the list. That's a great cover.
I want to let you know that you're not, I got that answer twice. So it's not, I don't not have it because of the cover. We just went over this with Botch. I just didn't have room. Like it is an excellent cover. So I just didn't have it. All right. Gavin.
I took Boss off the Crew, and it's just so funny, dude. It's like, these guys have only, ever had one job, like washing dishes or something, but they're like, writing this manifesto about the power dynamic, between you and a manager. It's great.
I don't have that one.
No.
Oh, 2 into the bin. No fun. All right. Let me try a New Wind one. How about The Night Away?
No.
Nope.
Oh. Bin. All right. John?
All right. Let's try to get back on it here. How about instant classic Young Till I Die?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That one I just couldn't get away from.
Yeah.
Like I think I kind of breezed through it on the first go, and then like it was theoretically on the chopping block, and I was like, but why am I looking at cutting that?
It's a mission statement.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that. I mean, that's their mission statement.
Yeah.
Well, when you were talking about that in the first part, like that was the song I was thinking about. I was like, I think that part of it went over my head. But like it must have seeped in there somewhere because this was definitely one of my favorites. So,
yeah.
All right, Young Till I Die gets on in. Gavin.
So, I went to high school in Napa, California, in Northern California, which is theoretically like, like a liberal, votes Democratic, and but dude, my town was like so violent toward any kid or person that kind of stepped out of line. If you weren't into sports or if you had weird hair or like, I went to the only high school football game I ever went to. I wore pink Converse, and dude, the entire stands of people, like adults, were like throwing food at me and yelling like all these really, inappropriate things to me. And like I was a little kid, and yeah. So my friend, when he played me the Crew, the first thing he did was read the lyrics to Bully, because our high school was terrifying. Yeah, so I had to take Bully off the Crew.
Dang. Knowing all that, I'm wishing I would have grabbed that one. No, I don't have it.
Yeah, no, I don't have it. But like part of it too, like looking at them on the cover of Walk Together, Rock Together, like the dude's got half a shaved head, like like you're like, man, these guys are intense.
Such a great photo, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that Reno must have been no fun, dude. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Like, they would have gotten a lot of shit for looking like that.
For sure. All right. All right. I'll go to Walk Together. How about Out of Touch?
No.
Wow. I didn't expect so much bin. All right. In the bin it goes. John?
I think there's still some out there. One of my favorite things about Walk Together, Rock Together is like the live songs at the end. It just shows you like how intense they were and how fast they could play. And like, I love some of his like just quick banter before the songs. And this one's like, fucking magic, man. Bottomless pit.
Dude, that speech he gives is so great.
Yeah.
I don't have it. It's so awesome.
So this band is one of the few bands that, like, before we recorded, I was able to listen to almost the entire list. And when that came up, I was like, where do I make room for that? I mean, you know, who wants to at the last minute is what I always say. And that's basically what happened is I didn't want to make a last minute change. So, all right. Gavin.
I took Clenched Fists, Black Eyes off the crew.
No.
Nope.
All right. All right. Let me.
Justin, did you have that one?
No, I did not. Nope.
Okay.
Let me go to. Let me try another New Wind. How about title track, New Wind?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Nice.
interesting. I didn't see that as a. I mean, obviously, I enjoyed it. I didn't see that as a unanimous. That's interesting. All right, let me scroll that up. You know, I feel bad. I feel like I was talking trash about New Wind, but I'd rather enjoyed it. It's standing up against these really two great records. So I'm glad we got something from it.
So good.
Yeah.
John, don't you think it's like, it's weird. It came out the same year as Can I Say, right? Like 86. And I mean, they sound different, but they share something, right? That spirit.
Yeah, it's like they were trying to do like almost like a Revolution Summer thing, like Embrace or like Soul Side, Beefeater, that
Yeah.
sort of thing that was going on. Like that sort of influence was getting in there. But like, for me, like I love some of the songs, like the title track. I think is great. I think they had written that around the time of Walk Together, Rock Together, and yeah, I just can't get away from the 80s-ness of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, for the record, that brings us to Gavin's 3. So, I mean, there's still a ton out there. We could still find a couple more, but John.
Okay. Let's go back to the crew. How about Red and Black?
No.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing is exactly what I was talking about. Like
Yeah.
song A or song B, song A or song B.
I think there's still more out there, though.
Yeah. Gavin.
I took the song after that. I took Die Hard off the crew.
Yeah, there you go. See, no, I don't have that one, but
No.
all right. Now back around to me. Let me try another Walk Together. How about We're Gonna Fight?
Yeah.
Whoa. Yes.
Hey.
You got it. Dude, I was thinking when I listened to that, John and Justin, I was like, I don't have kids, and the world should thank me for that. But that is like a song that you would just hand to your kid and say, like, here is an ideal for living, you know? And it's so funny, it's like all, you know, the parents were like, oh, I don't want my kid to be a punk rocker and shit. And like, dude, like, what kind of culture were the jocks at my school like absorbing? Like, it was not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you've got this band that's like saying like the most ethical, the most positive, like the most like relentlessly positive messages for kids, you know? Like, I think We're Gonna Fight is just like the ultimate storybook, you know, for a kid.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think my youngest is into punk. I mean,
Nice.
more into like pop punk, but I might go, hey, you should listen to this.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that was me. John, you're up.
Okay. I've still got a bunch of title tracks, so let's go to a title track. How about Walk Together, Rock Together?
Very good, but no.
No.
What?
That was a tough. I know that was a
That's
tough cut.
shocking. That is shocking. That's a classic.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a great song.
Yep. All right, Gavin.
Let's go to a title track. Let's try to get something off Good to Go. You guys have that? Go.
No.
I do.
Hey, there we go. Take that 2. Boom and boom. I also want it to be noted that part of what you're hearing here, other than just, you know, it being a really good discography, is we turned this around in like 5 days. So,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you know, not to let us off the hook, but that is definitely part of it. How about Opinion of Feelings?
No.
No.
Okay. John?
That's a good song.
Yeah.
I like that song.
All right. This one came up in the chat. It's on the list twice to emphasize how good it is, but I think the live version is superior. Brand new. Still believe. Brand new.
Yeah.
I can't do that for you guys, but it is very good.
That's another mission statement, dude. That's like
Yeah.
their total motif. That song has killer bass in it.
Right. Take that to a 2. Still doesn't take us out of NTP, I don't think. All right, Gavin?
I'm going back to Good to Go. I loved, maybe John has this. It's a closer. I loved Here We Go Again, Kids.
I got it.
It was close, but no.
It has like 3 different parts, you know? It's like, it's a pretty cool, complex song for them.
Yeah. I again, if I had more time to articulate an opinion, you know, of why I picked it, I'd guess you probably just nailed it. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what made it stick out to me. All right, I'm going to go back to the crew. I haven't done any of my crew picks in a while. How about Aim to Please?
No.
Man, I am way off base. All right.
I like it. That song, the reason I didn't take it is it's so Minor Threat. Like, it sounds like, to me, like they got a little too close to the line on it. I love it. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. All right, John.
All right. There's one song out there that I'm looking at that's a classic. So try to hit on this one. How about Not Just Boys Fun?
No.
Oh, dude, I didn't take it, and like that's the other thing that my friend read me the lyrics to, and was like, you need to like learn this, you know. I would not fight against that song. That's a great song.
We're gonna get letters now. You guys are.
Yeah.
That's brutal. Justin, you didn't have it either, right?
No, sorry.
Guys,
Sorry.
killing me.
Again, you know, that's that A or B mentality that kind of happened. All right, Gavin?
I have a dream off the crew.
No. Yeah, lots and lots of bin. Lots and lots of bin. All right, let me go back to Walk Together. How about Remains to Be Seen?
Yeah.
Yes, we're back.
Hey. All right. Although that now puts the pressure on me. So we need to at least get one more.
Think positive. We're thinking positive today. We got one.
All right, hold on. Let me grab that one. I was ready to just move on. I love, like, there's a lot of, like, post and pre-recording chatter that gets left in these. Like, I think this is the one where it's like, 7 seconds, take one.
Yeah. It's totally by kids, for kids. You know?
Yeah, love that. Love that. It's just fun. All right. Remains to be seen. Gets us up to 5. John?
Right. Title track, The Crew.
No.
No. It's a great song.
All right. Gavin?
I took like the emo pop song of New Wind, The Inside.
No. Unfortunately, no. All right. Back to me. I guess I can try another New Wind when I've done those two. How about Just One Day?
Yeah.
Hey.
No.
All right.
That one, I feel like you could hear Bono creeping in there.
All right. Well, I think we're safely out of NTP, and we have discussion points now, too. So, all right. John?
I'm just going to make a 10 out of the trash.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty good. All right. I'm going to go, I'll throw out my, one of my New Wind ones. How about Grown Apart?
No.
No.
Okay.
All right. Gavin?
I love his voice on The Crew. He just sounds so young and like just like the power of youth in his voice. I took Straight On off The Crew, which is like kind of like their answer to Straight Edge, I guess.
No.
No.
Were you Straight Edge, John?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
We didn't really mention that, right? This band doesn't
No, we
drink or take drugs. Yeah.
That's cool. That's hard to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Up until I was 40.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's cool because then what you're hearing in those live songs and stuff is just pure adolescent energy. You know?
Man.
It's like it's not fueled by amphetamine or anything, you know. Pepsi.
Yeah, Pepsi. I'll try a Good to Go song. How about Sour Grapes?
No. Good song.
Yes.
Hey. All right. Take another 2, make that conversation a little bit harder.
Yep.
All right, John?
What if there's a war in America?
I didn't take it. It's a great song.
I should have known. No, I don't have that one.
Wow.
See, but that's just it right there on The Crew specifically. Like we are working through almost the entirety of that record. So, all right, Gavin?
I took a banger off Good to Go called This World of Mine.
No.
No.
I feel like I'm starting to wind down here. Let me give it a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think maybe one more round and then we'll dump out. Sounds like a plan to me. And which one do I think has a chance? The way it's going, I don't know. How about Definite Choice?
No.
Nope.
Boy. All right. John?
In Your Face.
No, that's a great song.
No. All right. Gavin?
I only have one left.
Oh.
I took Tied Up in Rhythm off New Wind.
No.
No.
All right. So that means I'm going to win. Wow. That's all right. I'll figure something out. All right. I'll dump out here. Just let me shift these real quick. And I'll start at the top. Let's see. I did that one. How do you think you'd feel?
Yes.
Hey. All right. Also off a Walk Together, how about Strength?
No.
Okay. And then all I got left is good to go. So Sooner or Later?
Yes.
Hey. And last but not
That's
least.
my last one.
Oh, okay. Well, that means this one's in the bin. Slow down a second. All right. So we got 5. We covered a lot of ground. Hold on. I want to get some official numbers here in a second. I mean, that is almost textbook what I was saying was going to happen. Like A or B,
Like
A or
40.
B.
We covered 40 out of the 62.
Yeah. The only songs not played from the crew were You Lose, Colorblind, Trust, and Spread.
Colorblind was the one I was thinking of. That's the rap song.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then from Walk Together, the only ones that didn't get played were Spread, Drug Control, and This Is the Angry Part 2, which was a live one. So, yeah, we covered those first 2 records pretty good. All right, let's see. What do we got in automatically? Here's Your Warning, Young Till I Die, New Wind, We're Gonna Fight, Remains to be Seen. That's already a hell of a start. 1, 2, I'll just read them down instead of counting because it's actually a relative amount a lot. We got Regress No Way, 4141 Done, This Is the Angry Part 2, Good to Go, Still Believe, Here We Go Again Kids, Just One Day, Sour Grapes, How Do You Think You'd Feel, and Sooner or Later. Honestly, as I was reading through those, Still Believe was the first one that jumps out at me. And I was the odd man out at that, unless anybody is against that.
That sounds good.
All right, so let's do that. All right, so is there one that's jumping out at you, John?
Regrets No Way.
All right. Any pushback on that, Gavin?
No, that's fine.
All right. So same question to you. Is there one that's jumping out to you?
Regress No Way is off Walk. So no, but I guess I would argue. So we've got 2 off the crew, 2 off New Wind, and 3 off Walk Together. We don't have anything off Good to Go yet, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5. Number 5, 2 votes off of Good to Go.
Yeah.
I guess I'd try to take a couple of those. 4141 Done is great, but it's just kind of a short, fun, funny hardcore song. Like,
yeah.
Good to Go is really, the title track's really great. Here We Go Again, Kids, the last one's really great. And then you
Good
guys
to Go
took,
would be my pick, title track.
cool. All right, let's take Good to Go.
All right. Boom. And I actually agree with you. I think 4141 Done is just super happy to be here at this point. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm glad I picked it. It's a good song. It's fun, but like I think when you stand it up here against everything else, it's like, yeah, I don't think you belong. All right,
Yeah.
so that brings us up to 8. So let me run these down real quick, and then we'll pick number 9. Here's Your Warning, Young Till I Die, New Wind, We're Gonna Fight, Remains to be Seen, Still Believe, Regress No Way, Good to Go. Is there anything else that we should be looking at here? Should it be another Good to Go, or...
I mean, really, it should be Not Just Boys Fun or Walk Together, Rock Together.
I'm cool with that. I love both those songs. I'm good with that.
But they're
They're
in the
binned.
trash. We'd have to pull rank.
Yeah.
We'd have to mutiny.
Out of those two, I'd take Not Just Boys Fun over Walk Together.
I mean, I would take either of those two songs over anything that's left in the twos.
But they're both in the bin, so...
But I'm throwing behind it, Justin. I'm okay with it. I think that they were just, those are two songs that I listened to so much when I was young. I was just really like branching out and listening to other stuff for this list, but they're classics. I don't know, whatever.
All right. Well, is there anything else that's still alive that's jumping out at anybody?
Let's see.
Not really.
You know, This Is the Angriest, something I actually got as an answer when I asked.
It's a great...
I mean, if we want a sound differential, Here We Go Again, Kids is...
That's really good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, because I have a final say, and I'd prefer that if we're going to pick something out of the bin, it be my final say than, one we're voting in. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I know, but I want two of them. even 99 Red Balloons, I'm like, that'd be so good on this.
Yeah.
All right, so
So for representation, take another Good to Go.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna make me follow the rules, then it's probably Here We Go Again, Kids is probably the one that deserves it.
Yeah.
Right.
But Not Just Boys Fun and Walk Together, Rock Together are better.
I mean, noted, right? Well noted. And I don't think it speaks ill of our list. I think it speaks to the two things that happened here. The song A, song B thing. Also, the fact that we turned this around in less than a week. I think is the other thing. So we'll go with Here We Go Again, Kids as our number 9. And then I'm going to pluck, where is it? Not Just Boys Fun out as my final say to be our number 10. Boom, boom. And let me shift that around and run it down one last go. We can't be breaking all the rules because next thing you know, Fredo's going to do that for everything.
It's anarchy.
Yeah. It's got to be
7 seconds.
some semblance of rules. All right, let me run this down, and then we will do the last bit. Here's Your Warning, Young Till I Die, New Wind, We're Gonna Fight, Remains to be Seen, Still Believe, Regress No Way, Good to Go, Here We Go Again, Kids, and Not Just Boys Fun. Ends up being nice and rounded, minus New Wind, which no shade there, but was probably my least favorite, So I think that kind of bears out correctly.
We got a couple songs off it.
Yeah. Two of them got in there.
Yeah. So
that's a sick list, dude.
Yeah.
That's a really good list.
So if I read those 10 down to you, John, which one's the one?
Ooh, Young Till I Die, probably.
Yeah.
It's got to be, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, again, not knowing, not really clicking until Gavin said what he said in the open. Yeah, I think I think that's it. It's their mission statement, and it rules. And yeah, let's.
4.99 red balloons.
Fair. That's a good point.
Let's see. Young till I
invoke the Paradise City rule.
All right, let's do Young Till I Die.
Fuck yeah.
And I'll run it down one last time, and we'll wrap it on up. Young Till I Die is our number one. Here's your warning. New wind. We're going to fight. Remains to be seen. Still believe. Regress no way. Good to go. Here we go again, kids. Not just boys fun. Rounds out our 10. Let's let Young Till I Die get a moment in the sun. Yeah. There you go. Young Till I Die, right in your eardrums. Folks, this should really turn you on to it. I know some of you may be mad because something went in the bin that shouldn't have technically, but we did pluck one out of the bin. So just saying we attempted to rectify there. So if you disagree, that's cool. You don't need to be mad about it, but you can voice your opinion. If you're listening on Spotify, you can leave comments now, and I can comment back. So feel free to do that. Tell me what your top 10 would be, and, I can go, yeah, man. I mean, obviously we didn't, but there you go. If you're going to do that, though, 5 stars would be super duper helpful. Would appreciate that, and it does help us get seen in the algorithm, which, again, would be very appreciated. Same thing goes for Apple Podcasts, except for we cannot have a conversation there. You can just, five-star review, and it does very much help. So please consider doing it. If you'd like to help just a little bit more, maybe monetarily, $1 a month gets you in at patreon.com/ohijustin, opens the door for you, gets the deprogrammed episodes before the rest of the world. It gets you the after the fact conversation we're about to have, the ever so increasingly rare Oh Hi Justin episodes. Other things happen there as well. Also gets you access to certain channels in our Discord. At that $1 level, just gets you an invite to the Discord with a Patreon member role. If you kick up to the $5, it gets you a You're a Saint role, or actually I believe I called it Saint You role. And it gets you into, some quote unquote exclusive channels on the Discord. If you want to join the Discord but don't want to do any of that, I understand. Just ask me for a link. You can come join. In our Legion of Stupid Discord, we are growing a tree, counting, talking about deprogrammed. We also have the Music League, where you can come join a Music League, which is fun. And then if you want to, be on an episode, we have a Finding Panelists channel where you can jump in there and say whatever band you want to talk about. Other people can see it and go, cool, I'd love to talk about that. And that's how some panels come together. So check that out. We are podcasts on all podcast platforms. Subscribing, rating, commenting, super helpful. But the absolute best way you can help us is by telling somebody that you listen to the show. Hey, I listen to Deprogrammed, and you should too. And with that, 7 seconds. Learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Bye.